Any normal person can build an incredible physique without steroids, crazy supplements, or spending hours a day in the gym. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining why some of these beginner mistakes could be holding you back from reaching your dream body. But before we get into the video, how long have you guys been going to the gym? If you do go, comment your age down below. I'm curious to see what age everyone started at. So starting out, what is the gym? Well, the gym is basically just a physical improvement facility. The gym is literally just a place that you walk into. This is not a place where you need to have an athletic background for. A sports team is something you need to try out for, but the gym is just something you can go and join today. It doesn't matter what your current weight is. It doesn't matter if you've never even lifted a weight in your life. You can join the gym at any time. And the only thing that you have to do is buy a membership, walk into the building, and do the exercises with any sort of intensity starting out, and you're going to be doing better than the majority of the population. Now, the first thing I want to explain about being a beginner in the gym is that most people are going to think that everyone is judging you when you walk in. Really, the truth is that nobody cares. This is a huge misconception that new gym goers think is going to happen. Even I thought this when I was starting out. You feel like you've already been judged as soon as you walk in. But the reality is, most people are so focused on their own workout that they don't even care to pay attention to you at all. No matter what weight you are or what you look like, 99% of the people in the gym do not care that you're there. They're just trying to get through their workout just like you. What you gotta do is focus on your own workout as well. And then over time, you realize that everyone is actually in their own world. Even if you feel out of place at first, just realize that everyone had to start where you are right now. The key difference between a regular gym goer who sees results and one who doesn't usually has to do with their program. A program is a specific plan for the muscles that you're working. For example, let's say you do a leg day. It's good to have a strategy because you know you're coming to the gym with a goal. You're not doing anything else but working out your legs and maybe some cardio at the end. Programs come in many shapes and forms, but in gym culture, they're referred to as a split. The advantage of a split is that you have separated your gym workload into certain parts, making it more manageable and streamlined compared to just wandering around doing whatever machine catches your eye. In the exact same scenario, you might spend an hour there, but you're just doing random things. And some of that maybe doesn't even apply to your goals. Muscle building and fat loss, while both include the gym, are very different from one another. And like I said, if you're just doing random stuff without a split, you want to figure out one which works for you. There are tons of popular splits online that you can find. Another thing I want to emphasize is that it's super easy to try and lift too much. It literally takes 2 seconds to pick up a weight that's too heavy because you're just trying to look cool. But I want to be very clear, your muscles do not have eyes. They do not know how much the weight weighs. They only know how much tension they are under. If you're swinging the weight or using your whole body to lift something, that's most likely not going to be causing as much growth compared to you lowering the weight and having good form. At that point, you're not even working the target muscle properly. You're just risking an injury. I definitely recommend using weights that you can actually control. You can use 10-pound weights or 100-pound weights. It doesn't matter. But your form is most likely to suffer if you're trying to impress people. And you've already failed the set if you're obviously ego lifting. Now let's talk about nutrition. You can work out for 2 hours a day, but if you aren't eating enough protein or carbs, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be a chef either because there are so many easy, tasty, high protein items that exist. And you should strongly consider adding a few of them to your daily diet if you plan on taking the gym seriously. Somebody that is eating a high protein diet and going to the gym for an hour a day is going to be doing a lot better than someone training for 5 hours a day but eating junk. What about sleep? One of the key things when it comes to muscle growth is that recovery is your friend. So the more you sleep, the better. One thing that beginners don't understand is you work out today, but the muscle grows tomorrow. The actual hypertrophy happens mostly when you're sleeping. Sleeping also obviously helps with energy, which will allow you to push harder in your workouts. The recommended amount of sleep you should get is no less than 7 hours every night for optimal muscle growth and recovery. However, sleeping 14 hours a day most likely won't give you any added benefit compared to 7 to 9 hours. So it's recommended that you stay around that range. The last thing that I wanted to mention is that when you go look at your progress and you don't see it right away, it's important to realize that it's building up. Usually beginners at the gym get sore pretty easily, but it's important to realize that soreness does not equal muscle growth. As you stay consistent in the gym, your muscle will get somewhat used to the tension you're putting them under, and you'll slowly start to become less sore. This is not a bad thing and doesn't mean you're not growing anymore. In fact, it means that you're consistent enough to not be destroyed after a hard workout, and that your body is recovering properly. Going back to progress, you can't time your results. You just have to be in the gym. The biggest thing that beginners sometimes don't understand is that progress takes months to years sometimes, depending on your starting point. It takes time, but the good thing about it is that time passes anyways. And the only way to see results is to work hard and be consistent. You're not going to wake up one day and be huge, it just doesn't work like that. But as you keep going and lifting and eating right and getting your sleep, you'll see real results almost guaranteed if you are actually doing everything right. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.